Man, I gotta say, I really do like that part of the intro where it's boom, boom, boom. I just love it every time. Yeah. Hey everybody, how's it going?
Pretty good. But yes,
good. Yeah,
we're doing pretty good.
Well, that's good. Shout out to if y'all weren't here during the pre-show, you missed it. But hey, shout out to Chinese Buffets. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you for all of the salty, sweet, deep fried foods you offer us. That are you have healthy options, but we never eat it. It's there. We could get the melon. We could get a side salad, but do we? Fuck nope. It's all about just give me that fried meat smothered in sweet sauce, and we do, and we love you for it. Yeah. Shout out. Anyway, also, small announcement. We have a shout out.
Oh yes, indeed. But before we do the shout out, let me just, of course, hey guys. Welcome to another episode of The Grand Slam. I am your host, Edgar, right here, and I'm here with my two lovely co-hosts, Mr. Will from South Texas and Robin Machuca.
Hello.
Hi.
I am slightly buzzed.
Hi, I'm slightly buzzed. I'm Dad.
God damn it.
Wow. I have Dad and Buzzed here? Buzz Lightyear?
Where's
No! I'm Buzz Aldrin. I was on the moon. Second, Neil before me. That's a joke because Neil Armstrong went on the moon first. So Neil before me. It's a wordplay. It's a pun, if you were. Anyway, oh God, we've got to start the show.
But yes, Mr. Will, we do have
an announcement.
Big announcement.
Yeah. So, everybody, if you're in our Discord, you might have seen recently that Carl from Denmark has paid the money and has boosted our Discord. So we have better audio. We can stream things at higher quality. We've got more slots for emotes. I don't know how to do that. Maybe one of you in the community can help us be better at that. But we've got more slots for emotes. I don't know if I have to make those or if we can just steal them. And if we have to steal them, are they at like Wall Target or something? Are they maybe at CVB's? Do I have to go to the land of Moat to get the eames? Anyway, someone can help us out with that. But this is like, being having getting a subscription to the channel almost. Except we're not quite there. Guys, we need to push to get affiliate on Twitch.
Yeah.
So, help us.
Help us with that, guys.
Bring your friends into the fold. Help us get them the burger, because I want to play Minecraft. Yeah. I want to play it. This is to the point where I'm thinking about buying the game more heavily than I used to. We already had Carl give us money for the Discord, and I'm a man of my word, and I want to play the Minecraft, but we need to get affiliate.
We are at, I guess you could say we are like at 46 followers at the moment on Twitch. We're really, really close to getting affiliate on there. We just
We need 4 people.
Yes.
4. That means it says there's 7 people in the chat right now. Surely some of you have a friend. I mean, I don't, but some of you might, right?
God damn it.
Share it to friends, share it to family, share it to the people around you. Get them to know us, and if they like us, tell them to give us a follow. And of course, once we get to the affiliate, we get affiliated, then Will's gonna be getting Minecraft, and for sure, we are gonna stream it live on Twitch, 100% sure. And it's not just any Minecraft; it's Minecraft hard mode. It's Minecraft, but on steroids and murder.
Yeah, steroids and murder, which, again, I don't really know what that means, but, like, cool. And, also, we've got a YouTube. So, all of these people, you're going to help us get people to watch us, right? You've got a friend. All they have to do is follow. Yeah. And if they don't want to see us live, that's okay, but they followed, and that's great. And they can follow us on the YouTube. We put the episodes on the YouTube, and we've got a Spotify. So if you want this podcast to be like a podcast where you watch it on your way to the work or whatever while you're doing jogging at the gym, and you just want to put your earbuds in, we got that too.
Yeah.
But that being said, thank you, Carl. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all of our viewers for helping us get this far. This is an affiliate push. This is official. I think we can officially say that this is our affiliate push, okay?
Yeah.
We are pushing to affiliate. So, give us the follow, get your friends here,
get the follow
us on all this stuff,
and of course,
join us in the Discord.
And also keep in mind, guys, it's like you get a burger. It's the burger of your dreams. We're not the ones who make it. It's when you get it, it just comes out of nowhere. It's like whatever burger you imagine in your dreams that you drool to and you want to like just eat that burger because like it's the best burger in the world. That's what you're getting when you follow us. And
who knows? Maybe you could get a nice ice cold Pabst Blue Ribbon for some reason. That Pabst Blue Ribbon.
We're not affiliated. We're not.
Beer that's for white trash.
Wait a goddamn minute. You wait a goddamn minute. You know what? We're gonna have to. No, this is what splits up the Grand Slam. This alone is what splits up the Grand Slam. No, well, we have different opinions on this, Robin. But other than that bad take, yes, you get a burger, and it's the best burger. Yeah, and it just happens. It just happens.
Just happens, guys. But show it to your friends, show it to your family, show it to everyone. Tell everyone in the world about the Grand Slam. Tell them to give us a follow. Give us a follow on anywhere and on the Twitch here.
We got all kinds of people from different parts of the world. We got people from Denmark, from Canada, from Brazil, I believe.
Yes, all the way from Brazil. Shout out to my friend Priviato, who's doing that Brazil thing.
We are worldwide.
We are worldwide,
or not.
and we're not just talking about our waist size.
And we're not talking about Pitbull.
Yeah,
either.
You hear that, Pitbull? We're coming for you. We're gonna be the next Mr. Worldwide. We're the next Mr. Worldwide.
We're gonna dethrone you and send you back to. He's from Florida, right?
I think he's from.
I don't know anything about Pitbull. I don't know anything about Pitbull. I don't know anything about Mr. Bad Bunny. We were discussing him earlier.
You got it right. You got it right.
Yeah, I got it right. Miami. Okay, they're apparently big into music stuff. I don't know. I'm
big music,
But I wish them well. But we're coming for you, Pitbull. We're going to be worldwide. Anyway, we've got to start this show.
Yeah, but of course, everybody.
Today.
Yes, but of course, everyone give a round of applause to Mr. Carl for boosting up our Discord. Give him a nice round of applause, guys.
Also, Soppy Carnivore says, this is directed at Robin, clearly. You're tearing this family apart! Followed by JKJK, which I think he's JKing the JK. Robin, you are, in fact, tearing this family apart. You are so hateful. Anyway, that's an inside joke, but the Fishman lives! Anyway, what do we got on the docket today, Edgar?
We got two big things going on. I don't know which one we should start with, but I guess since we're gonna start with the first one, because as you can see, we got the Oscar nominations. They just released the nominations, but you know what? We're gonna twist it up a bit, like we did with the other one, because we are gonna talk about the movie first. And as of course, a sequel came out recently, and we're like, why not? Let's talk about the first one. And that is Eddie Murphy's Coming to America. Not Coming to America, the sequel. Coming to America. The first one.
So, for clarification, there's Coming to America. That's Coming T.O. America. As opposed to the second one, which is Coming to America, Coming the number 2 America. You see how it's funny? They did a little funny. Anyway.
Could have done that like how it should have been done for Splatoon 2. They missed the perfect opportunity to replace 2 in Splatoon to the word 2, like of the number.
That's why they ought to hire us out in Hollywood to fix all this stuff.
Hey, Nintendo, if you need any help, call the Grand Slam.
Yeah. Hey, De Niro, you need help with your next movie? You call us. Clint Eastwood, you need help reading because you sometimes do the thing where your eyes are really closed, but like you can see. We know you can see because you react to everything. Call the Grand Slam. Hey, Scorsese, we're coming for you.
We're coming for you. God.
It's gonna be us who's making the big movies now.
No holds barred.
No holds barred. Goodfellas? Yeah. Well, this is gonna be bad fellas.
So we got Coming to America, a movie that was directed by John Landis and stars Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, in multiple roles. May I add?
Oh yes, yes. They did an amazing job at playing multiple roles, I feel, in this movie.
They did it before Tyler Perry did it.
We're coming for you, Tyler Perry! This episode's just going to be called The Grand Slam Comes for all of the main, the big stars. We're coming for you.
That's the title of the video on YouTube.
We're coming for you.
Hollywood, we're coming for you.
It's just called The Grand Slam is Coming for You.
He's coming for you.
God. Damn it.
Jesus.
Boy,
Which images has a threatening aura? A picture of Robert De Niro. So,
well, yeah,
it is the movie that has an inspiring fictitious country before Wakanda hit the big screens, where we have Zamunda, the fictional African country that is so rich beyond its belief that it's a haven.
We're coming for you, Wakanda.
My God.
Oh my God. And the king is played by James Earl Jones.
Darth Vader himself.
Yeah, Darth Vader.
He's Darth Vader.
Is the ruler of Zamunda.
He's also Mufasa.
You know. And Mufasa. And there's a line in the movie.
Yeah, he wears the lion around him.
No, but that too, right? But there's a line in the movie where he says something along the lines of, he's talking to Eddie Murphy and he goes, "I am king of everything that I see." And I'm like, everything the light touches. Anyway.
They must have Disney must have done an homage to that, because this movie came out before Lion King did.
Really?
Suck it, Disney. We're coming for you.
Yeah, because Coming to America came out in '88, I think, and then
Yeah, Lion King came out in
King came out-
'94.
Yeah,
This was James Earl Jones was Lion King before Lion King.
he made Lion King cool before
Yeah.
it happened.
Who made it cool, boys?
Well before.
Before cool.
God damn it!
but yeah, James Earl Jones plays the father of Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy, he's all his dad's like, I'm gonna get you a bride, but he's like, I don't know her. I want to find a bride of my own that I could love or stuff.
I want to find somebody that I can connect with instead of somebody that just follows everything that I say.
Can we talk about the opening scene before we get to the actual plot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, guys, the opening scene for this movie is like, first of all, they got the rhythm going where it's like opening up and it's like, like Hollywood's idea of African rhythm.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? The assistant. The
I don't know his name. But yeah, I know who you're talking
He
Oha. His name is
Oha.
Oha, the royal servant, right?
yeah.
He just starts walking. He walks in to the room, checks his watch, and like all of these musicians start like going into the balcony, and he like conducts them like right at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they start playing very, very soft music, and Eddie Murphy just slowly wakes up to like a full orchestra playing very soft music, and he opens his eyes and the royal rose petal girls are like just standing there with their basket of rose petals, and they each in turn say, "Good morning, your highness," and he just nods his head to each of them, and then Oha goes, "Happy birthday, your highness," and he goes, "It is my birthday," like,
Yeah.
you don't pay attention. And then they throw rose petals wherever he walks. And he proceeds to show he does nothing for himself.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't he doesn't put his shoes on by himself.
He doesn't take a bath on his own.
He doesn't take a bath on his own. He doesn't use the potty to be very PG. He doesn't use the potty on his own. He has
doesn't-
royal wipers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say he doesn't wipe on his own.
He doesn't
And-
he doesn't even clean his privates on his own.
Yeah. Quote, one of the bathing women, the royal penis is clean. Right? That was the line. And by the way, the whole time he's just in the bath, just casual as hell, just like, yes, this is my life. This is what I do. This is how I operate as a royal prince of Zamunda. And like, then he goes and just has breakfast. And that's when the real story starts to like come together, and then we in fact do learn, as Robin and Edgar said, that his dad, the king, who is played by Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, has gotten him a wife, and
Yeah.
like,
And the guy who owns the big dog in the Sandlot, like he. That's who James Earl Jones played in the Sandlot. He was the old
yeah.
blind guy.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Wow. Oh.
I'm happy that guy moved up in the world. He's now the
Yeah.
king of Zamunda.
And somehow he got vision. No, Sandlot came after, so that means, oh no, that's his fall from grace.
No, wait.
Wait, when would Sandlot come out?
Maybe.
Hold up. Let me look it up.
The Sandlot. The Sandlot came out
93.
in 93.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. That means he went down from rank to that in the Sandlot, but then he reincarnated into a king of the lions.
This man had a time.
Yeah.
This is a strange
we
10-year period
Yeah,
for
he went from
the nation of Zamunda.
We should never forget that one phase where he thought he was a priestess for Pazuzu.
I am Pazuzu.
That's a little Exorcist 2 joke right there.
when did that movie come out? I want to see that where that one came out. The Exorcist 2, Electric Boogaloo. That came out in 1977. That was before he became the king.
So okay. So before guys, we are getting off track, but this is gold. Before he became the king, he did exorcisms. He also was a space Nazi, and then he became king of Zamunda.
Yeah. So to keep this timeline going. So at the same time, he was Lord Vader, but also on his side job he was Pazuzu. But he was also
he traveled to and from work from a galaxy far away to back to Earth to some demonic land where he's the priestess of Pazuzu.
He's Vader and Pazuzu, and once that ended, he came back as the king of I was about to say Wakanda, but he's the king of
Zamunda.
Zamunda, and then
the original. Just the original. That's it.
Oh my god! He became the king of Zamunda, and then after that he went down to the Sandlot. But then after that he got reincarnated into Mufasa to become the king of the lions. That's a whole.
And then 20 some odd years. No shit, not 20 some odd years. Yeah, no, 30 years. Almost 30 years later, he decided, no. I'm going back to Zamunda. And he did, and he took his rightful place, now older, and with a son that is of age. So anyway, I haven't seen coming the number 2
Same.
America yet, but I will be watching that for spoiler alert next week.
Yep.
And that's what we're reviewing.
Yeah.
So, but this week we're reviewing Coming to T.O. America.
Yeah.
So,
also
let's get back.
And a quick thing. Was this your guys' first time watching it, or was it just me?
No.
Oh, I have seen this movie several times.
Same here.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
This was actually my first time watching Coming to America with the T.O.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah. I've always heard things. I've always seen a lot of other Eddie Murphy movies, but I've never seen Coming to America. So it's like this was what other opportunity than watching it now here, and then of course, spoiler alert, next week we're gonna be watching Coming to America. But it as for me, as for watching it for the first time, me like
just that's the review, everybody. Good night, everybody.
All right, play the credits. Anyway, but okay, so it's a pretty simple plot. I mean, Eddie Murphy's the Prince of Zamunda. His whole life's been catered for him, right? His dad is his dad and his mom are kind of old school. So he's a prince. We've arranged for you to have an arranged marriage with a colonel's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And they meet, right? And when they meet, it's really cool because him and his best friend, Semi, played by Arsenio Hall, have been talking about what they want to do. And, Eddie Murphy is like, I want a wife that, thinks for herself and has opinions. And Semi is like, also believes in this like aristocratic bullshit where it's like, no, your wife listens to you and does everything you say. That's the point. That's the goal. That's the best part about being, royalty, right?
Mhm.
So they have conflicting views in this, and they meet the bride to be, right, and the spectacle that they did in this movie, and they didn't have to, but they did it. They had Oha, the royal servant, sing in a high falsetto, "Your queen to be."
That copy.
And then he just goes right back to being normal. He's just like, okay, I did that. Like, and then they have the entire like all of these dancers with these like really complex like clothes, right?
Mhm.
And some of the clothes, they're not so much clothes, they're loincloths that are just covering the bits. But headdresses. They do this really amazing dance, and then
the bride to be arrives.
The bride to be shows up, right? And Eddie Murphy's just like, I would like to talk to her very quickly. And they leave the room, and everyone's like, what's happening? This is not what we planned.
This is not tradition.
Tradition. Different movie. Anyway,
Tradition.
Very different setting. But anyway, and Eddie Murphy, and I don't even know her name.
I don't think we ever know her name.
I don't know her name. I think we get her name.
She does show up. Oh wait, you're talking about the one that barks, right?
Yeah,
that's
okay. We're getting to that. He literally is like, Eddie Murphy's like talking to her, and he's like, "I want to know more about you. What do you like to do?" And she's just like, "Anything you like to do." And he's like, "No. How about, do you have a favorite food?" "Of course. What is it?" "Whatever your favorite food is." And he's like, "No, this isn't what I want. I want you to have an opinion." And she goes, "I have the opinion that you have." And it's like, so he goes, "No, from now on, I command you to not do as I say." And she says, no. And which is and he like looks deadpan at the camera for like half a second, right? And breaks the fourth wall, because technically that's doing exactly what he wanted, right?
Yeah.
"I want you to do exactly as I want you not to do what I tell you to do." "No." "Okay, that's following exactly what he wanted, right? But the opposite." Anyway, so and he's like, "So if I tell you to do something, you will do it." "Of course, Your Highness." "Bark like a dog." And she literally, "Arf, arf, arf." A bigger dog. "Woof, woof." "Hop on one leg." "Woof, woof." And she's hopping around. By the way, she is wearing a full-length dress with a train. A long train. This is like a 20-foot train on this dress. A train is the piece of fabric that follows the dress, for anybody not knowing. And it's all gold and beautiful, right? And she's gorgeous, right? And she's hopping up and down on one leg going, "Oof, woof, woof." And then he goes, "Make a sound like an orangutan." "Oof, oof, oof." And like, then the king comes in. And James Earl Jones straight up is just like, "I see you're getting along quite well." And she leaves the room, hopping on one leg, going, "Oof, oof, oof," the whole way out the door. And the guard like opens the door, salutes, she hops out. The train takes a while to get out the door. Then he closes the door, and him and Eddie Murphy and the king are just talking now. We have to assume she is oofing and hopping
the entire
until, spoiler alert, Eddie Murphy gets back from America. Because by the title, he goes to America.
Yeah.
He might come back, right? Like, she's just hopping. Oof, oof.
God damn.
And so like around that time, that's when he tells his dad, he's like, oh, but his dad doesn't listen. He thinks that he just wants to go to travel to plant his
Sow
seeds.
his royal oats.
Yeah. And he's all like, I'm giving you 40 days to travel, and then you come back and you marry your bride. And
so he goes, yeah, cool deal. And James Earl Jones just walks out into the room and goes, the wedding will be in 40 days. You may all go home. Goodbye. And just leaves. And everyone's just standing there with champagne glasses going,
Hobo, get the royal baggage.
Fetch the royal baggage.
Yes.
I really think they missed an opportunity, because what they could have done was fetch the royal baggage, and then the Ahu or whatever his name. What is his name? Oha says, fetch the royal baggage. There could have been a trail of people just saying, fetch the royal baggage, fetch the royal baggage, fetch the royal baggage. Like, they could have done it all the way down the line. But, I thought that would have been funny. And then it just cuts to the royal baggage, which is, by the way, what, guys? Like 30 pieces of luggage?
Yeah, it's like
and they're huge.
As they take them and then they travel to America.
Well, you don't gotta say it like that. I mean, I live here. Okay.
I mean, but yeah, so him and his buddy Semi, they travel to America, but at first they're like, what place in America should we travel to? They're like, LA or New York. And then they're like, flip of a coin, and then they flip the coin, and they're like, New York. And then they were like, hey, what place in New York? There's a million places. Then they look at the map, and it says Queens, and then they go to Queens. And so begins...
They go to Queens because that's where they think they can find
yeah.
a queen.
Where will we be able to find your queen? Look at map. Queens! So...
And so begins their journey to going to America.
And they get on the plane, they go over, they got all the baggage, right? And Eddie Murphy, in really nice clothing, right? Like he's wearing a cap that has like a gold pin in it, and he steps off of the curb to get a taxi, and he just straight up you shall not passes it, like his hand outstretched, and the cab slams on his brake and goes, you dumb fuck, and then he flashes some money or something and says, I would like to go to Queens, and looks at all of the baggage that he has, and they load that in the cab somehow. I don't know how they managed to get all the luggage.
It's like
in
an
the
instant
cab,
cut,
right?
and then they're driving, you see all the luggage.
Yeah. And the cab driver's changed his tune, right? Because he's got a good fare, and they're probably gonna tip. And he's just like, a couple of nice guys like you, rich guys, you ought to be staying in Manhattan. He goes, no, we wish to go to Queens. And he goes like, all right. And we are just African students. He goes, all right, whatever. And where do you want to go in Queens? Oh, just take us to the most common part. Well, one thing Queens got, it's common. And takes him to a dump, a very poor neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And him and his buddy Semi just get their stuff. All of their luggage is a big pile on the curb. And they go, well, this is terrible, says Semi. Then they hear New Yorkers, and they go to a barber shop. And the moment they step away from the barber shop, all their shit gets lifted. People go, take the big bag, and they just start stealing stuff.
It's
hilarious.
It's like a whole barrage of people just coming after the luggage and everything. And they just take
it all.
And of course, the people that are in the barber shop are all played by Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall.
Yeah. Well, okay. There's one of the barbers is Eddie Murphy. One of the barbers is Arsenio Hall. There's two other barbers.
Is it two other? I thought it was just.
Wait. Well, there's wait. One of them's Eddie Murphy. One of them is Arsenio
no
Hall.
two of them are Eddie Murphy.
Are two of the barbers Eddie? Well, no, because the Jewish guy isn't a barber. He's just in there.
No, that is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, we're not saying that it's not Eddie Murphy, but he's not
one of the barbers.
Oh,
he's not a barber.
Yeah, so
he's
there's Eddie Murphy as a barber. There's Arsenio Hall as a barber. There's another barber, and then there's Saul, the Jewish barbershop customer.
Saul.
Yeah. So the one white guy in the barbershop is Eddie Murphy, but he's not a barber. Anyway, and they're hilarious. They're all funny. They're talking about boxing, and like y'all should watch this movie for it's got a lot of good scenes in it, and the scenes in the barbershop are delicious.
So great.
How come every time I talk about boxing, a white man got to bring up Rocky Marciano? Rocky Marciano, that's their one. He beat Joe Louis's ass. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Who's next? Just so good.
God damn it.
And then they get to finally go to their they buy the shittiest apartment to live in.
Because Eddie Murphy wants to show that he doesn't want people to fall for him for him being a prince. They want to fall for how he is as a person.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Completely.
Yeah.
This is the ones. I think the ones that the parts that make me laugh a lot are whenever Eddie Murphy's so excited and he's like a big tourist in the movie where he's all he yells outside of the Queens, he's like, I love New York or anything like that, and then you hear the audience and the common folks in the background, shut the fuck up.
Fuck you, and then he responds with yes, fuck you too, because he no, right? Because that's not the language that he was raised with, because he's a prince of Zamunda, right? But there's a lot of great scenes where it's missed connections like that, right?
Yeah.
And then so they go to the barbershop, all their stuff gets stolen. They find an apartment to live in. It's a bad apartment in a bad neighborhood, and Semi, played by Arsenio Hall, just hates it. He hates everything immediately. And they get settled in, right? And they say, all right, well, let's go find your queen, says Arsenio Hall's character, because he just wants to get back to Zamunda, back to high society. Yeah. He hates it. And they go to every bar in Queens. And there's a montage of them meeting women at bars. And the first woman they walk up to, they're just both smiling, and this woman goes, I have a secret. And they smile, and she goes, I worship the devil. And they leave. And let's see, there's what women do they meet at the bar? They meet the woman who has a lighter under her hand, burning her skin, who says, I was Joan of Arc in my former life.
There's the twins, the creepy twins.
The creepy twins. Well, no, there's the creepy twins, and then there's the other twins. The creepy twins go in unison, say, this is the first date we've been on since the doctor separated us. And it's like, okay. If you didn't have to say it in unison like that. Then there's the rapping twins.
Oh, yeah.
Who just rap, and that's fine, but it's like not what they're looking for, right? Then there's the woman who's doing shot after shot going, I can't get a man who can satisfy me. And they're both just like, God damn.
And it's also the one that's like she's discussing about her life, and both of them are knocked out.
Oh my God, yeah. Who she just keeps she just keeps like constantly talking, like not allowing them to even get a word in edgewise. She's just, I want to be a producer, you know, and then like produce my own films, but star in my own films, but like also direct myself, you know, because I also want to be a pop singer and a rock singer, and I want to make music videos and be in the music videos, and I want to produce those, and they're just like.
Like, and then it cuts to the last one where it's just
Arsenio Hall
in drag. And the lines are like, I hope you don't mind if I came over here. Because he deep voice. But I've been watching you all night. I want to tear you apart. And that's said to Eddie Murphy. And then Arsenio Hall looks straight into the camera and is just like, your friend too. And Arsenio Hall's character Semi like spits his drink out, just you know, spit take. It's fucking hilarious. So then they leave the bars and they feel defeated because they're like, we have been to every bar in Queens and we cannot find a good woman. And they pass the barber shop and Eddie Murphy playing
Is this all?
Clarence, the owner of the barber shop,
okay.
They're just like, we are looking for a good woman in Queens. Where do we go? We have been to every bar. And Clarence is like, you can't go to a bar for a good girl. We're going to, you go to a library. There's good girls at the library.
You get to go to church.
Church is good girls. The thing I'm going to right now, the black, it's like black awareness thing.
That's like, what you just called it, a black awareness.
Yeah, black awareness. There's going to be lots of good girls there. And then he laughs creepily, and then they both go. And that's where we're introduced to the love interest.
What's her name?
No,
that's the dad.
I'll be right back.
So you have the love interest who's named, where is she?
Rose. Is it Rose?
Yeah, Rose. I think.
Let me double cheese because I see her name here. Mrs. Rose. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I think it is
Lisa McDowell, Cleo's older daughter and Akeem's love interest, played by Sherry Headley. So we see Lisa. I forgot what exactly she's doing. I think she's the one who's running the benefit.
She's running the benefit with her dad, and so as she's talking, that's where Eddie Murphy's like, he found the one, and so it's just him like trying to like impress her or like trying to get on a date so she could be his wife to be there. And the first thing they do, because they know that she works with her dad who owns a restaurant called McDowell's, which very like looks exactly like McDonald's but with a different shape.
And that's part of the joke.
It's the joke. It's like, and they even explain it in the movie, which is great. They like Mr. McDowell says, "Look, I'm McDowell's. They're McDonald's. They have the golden arches. I have the golden arcs. They have the Big Mac. I have the Big Mick, which is both of them are double meat, cheese, secret sauce, lettuce on a bun. But they use sesame buns. My buns have no seeds." And like the McDonald's people are always showing up and like taking pictures of him, and he's just like, "You get the hell out of here." And in one of the scenes, we're jumping ahead a little bit, but this is just a side plot, so it's fine.
Yeah.
He's like reading a McDonald's manual that he's somehow gotten a hold of, and like somebody comes in and he like slams it and throws it under his desk, and he goes, "How can I help?" Like, he's like like trying to get the competition right. Oh,
Yeah.
such a funny story. The side bit about McDowell's, right?
Yeah. God damn it.
But I'm like, and the whole thing is like, what I enjoy is just like Eddie Murphy's character going through the just him searching for his love to find the woman of his dreams to be his bride. That part was those were like that's what I enjoyed watching the through the whole film. Those were my fun parts. And a lot of the stuff they do was like, it was pretty funny. I enjoyed the little skits they do. Like the people in the barber scene are very funny as well. And Arsenio Hall's pretty funny too.
Including in the barber, one of the barber scenes, a very young, help me out here, Robin.
A very young Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr., who, yeah,
in there for like one scene and then he leaves.
Yeah, but a very young Cuba Gooding Jr.
And also, Stefan never shuts up about this, but he always said this is his fourth film, is what I found out, not his first. But it was one of Samuel L. Jackson's first movies.
Yes.
Damn.
So.
And he's in this movie in a scene where we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but I'll summarize it real quick. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall's characters, they both get jobs. What the fuck is happening, Edgar?
Oh, I'm giving you a quick summary music.
Quick summary music?
Oh, okay. That's totally what I thought that was.
I thought you were just glitching out or some shit.
I thought you were having what I think is medically known as a fucking kind of attack. Like, some kind of attack. Anyway, okay. Jesus Christ. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. I'm having an attack myself. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall's characters get a job at McDowell's because, they see Mr. McDowell's daughter, who's in charge of the whole Black awareness rally.
And it's kind of Eddie Murphy's way of trying to get closer to her to.
Right, because he loves her instantly. He wants to talk to her, so he gets a job at McDowell's.
Yeah.
While they are working at McDowell's, which Eddie Murphy is like really gung ho about, he's like, I want to do a really good job, and Semi hates it. But Samuel L. Jackson runs into the restaurant with a shotgun and says, "Give me all the money. I don't want to," and it's just a great scene because Samuel L. Jackson is being Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Give me the fucking money. Meanwhile, Eddie Murphy slowly he unscrews the handle from the mop head and walks up to Samuel L. Jackson, who the whole time has a shotgun, and is just very calmly, "I need you to put the weapon down. I will have to thrash you." And Samuel L. Jackson's just like, "Fuck you." And then both Akeem and Semi just take this guy down. Like Akeem sweeps the leg and bashes the gun out of his hand, and Semi jumps over the counter, grabs the shotgun, cocks it just as Samuel L. Jackson whips out a switchblade, and he's just like, put the gun down. What is it? You diseased rhinoceros,
something like that.
Something. You diseased rhinoceros, something like that. And Samuel L. Jackson just puts down the knife, and in being rewarded for all of that work in saving that money, Mr. McDowell invites Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy to come work as a valet and a bartender at a party he's hosting. He didn't invite them to the party. He invited them to work at the party.
At the party.
This party where we meet well, I guess we've already met what's Daryl is his name?
Yeah. The one that his family owns, that gel hairspray company.
Yeah, Soul Glow. Just let your soul glow. Because it's the 80s and Jerry curls are a thing in fashion. So you spray Soul Glow on your hair, and it's oil. Let's be honest. It's just oil. Because Daryl, all of Daryl's family, the Jenks, Jenks. The Jenks all have Jerry curls, including grandmother Jenks. So, like, Daryl's this spoiled, rotten dude, you know, not like good people, and even though he has money, right? And Cleo McDowell, Mr. McDowell, the owner of McDowell's, likes him because he's got money. And at this party, Daryl tells Mr. McDowell that he wants to propose to his eldest daughter. What's her name?
Lisa.
Lisa wants to propose to Lisa, and Mr. McDowell's just like, done. I agree. Like, it's like her opinion doesn't matter in any of this. It's just like a yes. We are in fact going to have you marry each other, like an arranged marriage.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So,
Continue.
well, that was about a second longer than it needed to be. Anyway, so they Mr. McDowell and Daryl both go out into the living room, and they're like, "Hey, Akeem, fill up all the drinks. Make sure everyone's got one. I have an announcement to make. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jenks, Grandma Jenks, get up!" And they get up from the couch, and there's oil where their heads have been resting against the couch, just a big oil stain, and because Soul Glow. And they announced that Daryl and Lisa are going to get married, and Lisa's pissed because at no point was she consulted about getting proposed to or agreeing. It was just like, they're getting married, so she's angry, and she like asks Daryl to like go in the other room and like, you know, rips him a new one, because she's like, hey, next time you and my father want to get together to like, you know, talk about how my future is gonna be, let me know. And then leaves. Boom. Eddie Murphy is able to get right back in there to be like, hey, I'm the good guy, remember? Bum. And like they have like this romantic type scene where they're like both on a swing set and talking to each other and having a good time, and Eddie Murphy like is smooth and educated and charming, and then somebody it's the younger sister, right? The younger sister comes outside and it's like, hey, Akeem, you need to get back in here to serve some drinks. And Eddie Murphy's just like, I forgot I was here in a domestic capacity, excuse me, and like gets up and goes back in and like ruins the moment. But like, now we start seeing the love interest kind of reacting to Eddie Murphy more. Yes, growing love.
They started talking. They eventually go out to get dinner and all that jazz.
Yes, and all that jazz.
Oh, that jazz.
Edgar's the only one that doesn't get it.
No, I don't. I don't get it at all.
Don't worry, we'll get you there. We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post. Here we go.
So then what happens right after that? Like they want to get dinner. They go out, right?
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy's like wants to invite her over to the apartment
Yeah.
because he says but you must know I live very poorly, because that's the whole thing. They're not trying to be princely. Well, he had yelled at Semi because it's like the day after the party. I'm pretty sure Semi's supposed to have a terrible hangover because he's been like drinking champagne all night, like just sneaking it, right? And like he goes, I'm not going into work today. And they're like, yes, you are, because you have to work. And he goes, I do not have to work. We are rich. I don't have to do anything, right? Which is true. But he goes, well, you're going into work today because I don't want to make Mr. McDowell mad, because that would ruin things with me and Lisa. So he goes, fine, I'll go. And he goes, and clean this place up. And just like Eddie Murphy just like swats McDowell's wrappers and bags like off of a table. He goes, fix this place up. Well, as he's been gone with Lisa getting like, groceries because they're going to have food at the apartment, Semi has used a lot of money and he has fixed the place up real nice. There is a hot tub jacuzzi. There are neon signs and big screen TVs, and the whole place has been remodeled.
Yeah.
And he walks in and is just like, and like slams the door and is just like, excuse me, I will be right back. And they have a confrontation about like, we are supposed to be poor. He goes, but we are not poor. We are princes. Well, he's a prince and Semi's just a friend, and like says, if you have ruined my chances with Lisa, I will never forgive you. And then like they leave because the story of the big rat. There is a big rat, huge, big rat. And where do they go after that?
They just
like
went for a walk and they went to go get dinner elsewhere.
And before they get dinner, he gets that bag of money, which is which is Arsenio Hall's pocket change. And then as they're walking, they see these two homeless men, and they're like, "Here you go." And they're like, "What did you do?" And it's like, "I just gave him some pocket change."
Which those two homeless men are from the movie Trading Places.
This is the first time we get an indication of this is a sequel.
Whoa. Robin, your voice changed.
Robin, Robin, are you okay, Robin? You sound different.
Where am I?
Whoa, there's two voices.
Through the nether portal.
Of course. Robin, I told you one beer was okay, two no go.
Hey, I had to finish it up. There was only one left in the fridge.
Now look what you've done.
Last beer.
Hey, look what you've done now, Robin. Now you have two voices in your head.
Wait. If he has two voices in his head, then we can hear the voices in the head. Are we in his head too?
This is all part of the same psychosis.
Alrighty, thank you guys. Will just blew my mind. We gotta end the show right now. Thank you all for watching. Just kidding. But of course, that's no ordinary voice, guys. You guys know who that voice is. That is our special guest for today. The one, the only, the Lovely Laurie.
Oh, hello, gentlemen. It's lovely to be back.
Hello. You just caught us in the middle of talking about Coming to America. But of course...
Yes.
But a quick thing
I was going to say, a quick thing that I was going to say was those two homeless men. This is the first indication. Of course, they're from Trading Places. Mm-hmm. So this is the first time we see one of Eddie Murphy's old movie worlds, kind of slip into this movie world.
Mm.
And Trading Places is another Eddie Murphy movie with also Dan Aykroyd in it.
Right. In that movie, the two older gentlemen, they're these rich guys who were convinced that they could make anybody rich and they could swap, anybody out with this whiz kid accountant that's working for their business. They're like, we could trade him with anybody. We could trade him with a homeless person and we could make them just as successful because money can change anything. Money controls everything. And they were saying that money's the root, and that at the end of the day, it'll prevail over everything. So they end up finding Eddie Murphy's character, and he's a hustler on the street, and some really great scenes in it. It was one of the first really big movies that he did. Of course, that was John Landis that he worked with in that film. And of course, John Landis came back to do Coming to America. But this was the first time that they had teamed up. In that movie, they switched Dan Aykroyd with Eddie Murphy. They switched their identities. And Dan Aykroyd all of a sudden becomes poor, impoverished. He befriends a young hooker, who is played by a young Jamie Lee Curtis. And Eddie Murphy, of course, gets rich, and all of his wildest dreams come true. But that's the thing they didn't expect is for their pawns to grow consciences and evolve as characters themselves. Eddie Murphy, of course, is a lot of heart, and he doesn't like what they've done and how they've ruined this other man's life. And of course, Dan Aykroyd's character, who for the first time in his life took that silver spoon that was in his mouth and they shoved it up his rear end. And all of a sudden, he knows now also that what they're doing is not right. So him and Eddie Murphy joined together using their identities to... their new identities to bamboozle essentially these guys who are playing them, and they end up making their huge company go bankrupt, and they become homeless themselves by the end of the movie. These are the same two businessmen who are homeless, which is why you hear the whole scene. You hear that the music, the score in the background pick up and sounds a little different, and he looks to the other one, he says, "Mortimer, we're back." And he's like,
because it's a whole lot of money.
Yes.
Lot of money.
And it's an indication that they're going to come back. We were always waiting for that Trading Places sequel because this was the kind of hint towards it. But because a lot of people say it's because of Eddie Murphy and John Landis's falling out, of course, Eddie Murphy didn't realize that there was even anything wrong between the two of them until he got to set. And it was because John Landis, of course, had gone to court for the Twilight Zone movie. He had gone to court, and Eddie Murphy was supposed to apparently show up, and he had asked Eddie Murphy to testify on his behalf for a character witness, and Eddie Murphy was one of the many who didn't show up because they were trying to distance themselves from that whole helicopter crash on the movie set of Twilight Zone where those two little kids and that man died. And there was this whole suit. Yeah. And the creepy thing is if you watch the Twilight Zone movie, they left that footage in. Of the helicopter coming down on those two kids and that man. So it's very eerie to watch it. But yeah, I digress. But yes, that was the whole thing. And they think part of the reason that a Trading Places sequel didn't happen was because of the kind of rift that was going on at the time and the many opportunities that were coming up from for Eddie Murphy after that movie. So, but yes, there you go.
But I mean, yeah, I could check out Trading Places because it's on
Trading
Hulu.
Places is really good. Watch it.
It's on Hulu, so I can actually watch it.
So then it goes from
Whoa.
there. Sorry, I hit the mic and it was almost.
We heard. We heard you hit the mic. So the whole world shooketh.
So they go to dinner. They end up dancing, and they figure out, that they both have this really good connection with each other. And then they dance, and they eventually kiss each other, and that's the end of that scene.
Little kiss.
And then it's a standard story of they dig each other, and then Daryl wants to get back in there, and the king shows up.
The king has returned.
James Earl Darth Vader Jones shows up to New York because Simi wired the king for a whole bunch of money because he was just like, hey, guess what? We don't have any cash. We could use some. So he shows up because why do you need so much money? And asks, hey, where's my son? And Simi goes, insert kind of a goose chase because the king and the whole entourage go to Mr. McDowell's house because that's theoretically where Eddie Murphy is, but he's not. But Lisa's there, and Lisa finds out that Eddie Murphy's a prince, and she didn't fall in love with a prince. She fell in love with a regular guy. And then they leave, and they go to the Waldorf Astoria. We will be at the Waldorf Astoria. And then Eddie Murphy comes back, and you're a prince? Oh, my God. And Mr. McDowell's trying to get him to stay there because the king needs to show up to, hopefully he wants the prince and his daughter to fall in love because money. And then they leave, and it's a more goose chase, and Lisa and Eddie Murphy are on a train now. They followed each other. They're having an argument, and why didn't you tell me you were a prince? And I wanted you to fall in love for me and not for my money and crown. And you lied to me. Leaves. And then Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy's character bought Lisa ruby and diamond earrings. And she gives them back to him, and he gives these earrings to an old woman. He's just like, you can have these. I don't want them. They were $500,000 earrings. God. And we know that because Arsenio Hall's character says, so you're just going to let her think that Daryl bought her $500,000 earrings? Yes. $500,000. $500,000 is a lot of money. This is the 80s. This is when $500,000 was like $500,000. Do you know how much? Robin, give me a car from the 80s.
Lamborghini Countach.
Yeah, do you know how many Lamborghini Countaches could you buy for $500,000, Robin?
I don't fucking know. You caught me on the spot.
Well, Robin, you're the guy I go to for car information. I mean, like 12? 12? 12.
Hold on.
Come on, Robin. You're supposed
to. Stop.
Robin, you're supposed to be the. So, anyways, when it comes to the
Edgar. So anyway,
that old lady.
Average price of a Countach is $328,000.
Is that today or back then?
I don't know.
We're gonna assume it's not back then because it was the 80s. So like you could buy like 7 Countaches, right? Anyway, so these are. I'll be your princess, says the old lady, and then Eddie Murphy just leaves. Anyway, in the end, it works out because Eddie Murphy's mom actually can think past the aristocracy and like past what she expects of her son versus what her son wants, right? Mm-hmm. So James Earl Jones is like, okay, fine, but my son's coming back to Zamunda
because the mom tells the king like, why can't he marry this girl from America? And he's all like, well, because it's not a tradition. It's not part of the rules. She's like, aren't you supposed to be the king? And then transition to the wedding. And then who's
the
in
wedding and
the bride to be? We don't see her face, and then the reveal. Boom! It's the girl from America.
There we go.
and they get married, and boom!
They live happily ever after.
That's really it.
Cue
music.
But Coming to America it's a very simple story, but
it's funny.
It's a fun movie, and I guess we'll start with Mr. Will. What is your overall thoughts and rating for the película?
My overall thoughts, ratings. I'm gonna give this 4.25. It's a good movie. It's a classic Eddie Murphy film. 4.25, great comedy, just good stuff. Go watch it. It's good stuff.
Yeah. And of course, our special guest, Laurie, will go to you next since you just came in. What is your overall thoughts of this movie and your ratings for this película?
I love this movie. I think it's Eddie Murphy at one of his best, one of his finest. I love the choreography in it. Is probably one of my favorite things about it. I actually work for a dance studio. It's my part-time job, and all of us. I think we were this last weekend. We were at a dance competition, and we were watching the sequel at the place we were staying, and that's what we just keep talking about. We're just like, man, these choreographers they really got some wonderful choreographers for this. Wonderful writing, wonderful characterization work by Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. And overall, I give it nostalgically one of my favorites. I give it a 5.
Oh, Robin, what about you? Your overall thoughts and rating on this película?
I thought it sucked. No, I'm kidding. I really like this movie. It's one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies, next to Beverly Hills Cop. And yeah, I'd give it a yeah. I think I'm with Laurie on this. I give it a 5 out of 5 too.
Oh,
I think it's good. I think it's that good. I think people should watch it.
dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. For me, this was my first time watching this movie. And I gotta say, I was very happy coming out of this movie being like, this is a really good movie. The plot is simple. Some things are like, I felt like they could have done a bit more with it itself, but I feel like just the charm between Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall was just fantastic. It was just, and then like just the plot of him trying to find a bride to be and the queens, are like him learning about America is like those are like my favorite parts about the film. Other things we really discuss in the film, but it's because the movie itself is very simple, but that's not what deteriorates from it. It works really well. It's kind of tough to say things that are like what's already been said with this movie, but for someone who watched it for the first time ever, I really like this movie, and I'm gonna give this movie a 4 stars out of 5. A 4 out of 5.
There we go.
As you can't see with my hands, I'm too close to the thing. That's like 4 and then the 5. 4 out of 5. But yeah. And on, guys, to the next subject after this movie. A recent thing happened, which is
a recent thing happened, you guys.
Yes, a big
Moving
thing.
on. Now to the next thing. After the recent thing happened, another thing happened,
And
then it was like a series of events leading to
that thing.
now.
Which that thing is the Oscar nominations.
Oscar,
Oh,
yeah,
the Oscar nominations. Yes.
yes. After the Golden Globes, now we got the Oscars, and we're gonna look at the ones that we like and are like that intrigue us more, that we're more confident with, on which ones we think are gonna win at the Oscars. And
I'd say like the 6 big ones is the main ones to talk about, and if we have any special green-lit ones we want to talk about, then we could talk about them.
Yeah.
So like the big 6 being Best Picture, Director, Actor, Actress, Supporting Actor, and Supporting Actress.
Yeah.
And then if we want to talk about any of the other ones, chime in to say which one you would want to talk about.
Yeah. And what about what Mr. Robin, why don't you start us off? Where should we start off first?
Hey, can I do the announcing voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Robin, what am I announcing? Best Picture?
No, Best Supporting Actress.
Best Supporting Actress. And the nominees for the Best Supporting Actress are Maria Bakalova, Borat subsequent movie film, Glenn Close, Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman, The Father, Amanda Seyfried, Mank, Yoon Yu Jung. Jung. I'm trying to say it correctly. Yu Jung? All right.
Yeah, I think
Yu Jung.
Minari.
Minari.
Yeah.
I was getting it. Just because I have to sound things out with, hooked on phonics style in my head doesn't mean I'm always wrong about everything, you jerk.
No, I'm not saying. God damn
Yeah, I hear the judgment in your voice.
it.
I hear the judgment in your voice. I was trying my best. Anyway, those are the nominees. What are your thoughts?
Well,
that sounded so dismissive. What are your thoughts?
I'm honestly, I can go first, and then I can lead it off to Laurie. I'm split between Maria Bakalova and Glenn Close because I thought they both did really, really well. I don't know. I am really surprised and really glad that Maria Bakalova got nominated at all.
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting and cool. But I don't know. That's who I'm stuck between. But what about you, Laurie?
So, hands down, I'm Glenn Close all the way on this one. I loved her in Hillbilly Elegy. I'm a fan, though, of hers in general, of most of her movies. I didn't get the points on the Golden Globes because I also voted for her on the Golden Globes. But of course she didn't win. But I'm going to stick with her. I always tend to go with my gut, and my gut's telling me Glenn Close. So
yeah, I'm gonna go agree with this one because for me, who I want to win, Maria Bakalova, 100%. That's who I want her. I want her to win so bad. But who I think is gonna win, I think Glenn Close is gonna win. That's what it could be a surprise, and it might be. I really don't want to butcher her name. From Minari, Mrs. Yoon Yo Jung. She might be like a surprise winner in this one.
The thing that's interesting with Glenn Close is that she's nominated for both the Oscar and the Razzie, which I think is funny. If any of you guys don't know, the Razzie is like the worst movie awards.
Yeah.
So
for the same
character. I don't know. I think it's like one of the good awards.
I think there's a very fine line between, the really great acting and they went too far and made it too much like a caricature. And I think
which Hillbilly Elegy has been accused of being just a caricature of hillbilly people. I mean,
exactly.
I've seen that. I've seen people online saying, "Yeah, don't watch this movie because my life is not like your Oscar bait." And point taken. But this is Oscar bait, right? This is like, oh look, sordid white people. Like let's give Glenn Close the Oscar. Which, by the way, I'm not. I haven't seen the Hillbilly Elegy yet. I'm gonna watch it. It's on Netflix. Why wouldn't I? But I'm it would be sound money to bet on Glenn Close for this. I'm gonna pick the dark horse and go Maria Bakalova.
Nice.
Nice. Shall we move on to then Best Supporting Actor, Will?
Best Supporting Actor, and the nominees are Sasha Baron Cohen, Daniel Kaluuya, Leslie Odom Jr., Raul Rossi.
It's Paul.
What the fuck? How did my dyslexia fucking work me over like that? Paul! We can fix it in post. Fix it, Edgar. Fix it in post. So, Leslie Odom Jr., Paul Rossi, Lakeith Stanfield. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Which then that brings the question: who's the main actor? For
I was telling this to Robin a while ago because they showed because none of them are like nominated for best actor in a leading role, but it's like both are like in a supporting role. I'm like, wait, then who's the lead role in Judas and the Black Messiah?
Wait, they're both supporting. There is no lead. It's all supporting. This is new wave cinema. There is no lead. It's all supports.
But
which is how the movie stands up so well.
Mm-hmm.
It's very well supported.
Who would be the lead though? That's the thing that doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm going for Daniel Kaluuya on this one. I think he was really, really good in this movie. I still need to watch Sound of Metal.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard really good things about
Yeah,
that.
I know Sound of Metal's on Amazon Prime. Honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm between those, but because I don't think I don't think Sasha Baron Cohen's gonna win. I don't know, but my mind is leading. My gut is kind of leading actually to Paul Rossi for Sound of Metal. I don't know why, but my gut's telling me to pick him because he might be the one that wins it. My belly and my gut are telling me that like to pick Mr. Paul.
Yeah.
For me, it's Daniel Kaluuya. I just love Judas and the Black Messiah to death.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fantastic. I actually watched them fairly close together. I think I actually watched them on the same day.
The
Trial of Chicago 7 and then Judas and the Black Messiah. And I just really loved them. I loved how they contrasted, but yet they still intertwined. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. But I do think Sound of Metal, yeah, that he has a really good chance too.
Mm-hmm. The underdog, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, Will, what about you?
I'm gonna go Sasha Baron Cohen for his as Abby Hoffman in the Trial of the Chicago 7. I just love that movie.
I also keep forgetting that you don't have HBO Max, so you can't.
Yes, I know.
I don't have. Hey, I don't have HBO Max either, so I can't. But Judas and the Black Messiah is a movie I really want to see. It's been on my list for so long.
It's really good. It's been on your list for so long. It just came out.
Well, when it was announced. Like when the first trailer was released, you know? I don't know words, Robin.
Yeah, fuck you, Robin.
Jesus.
You made Edgar feel bad. This is it. This is how the Grand Slam gets broken up because Robin is so hateful.
Can y'all call me Yoko just for the remainder of this episode? just simply because I'm the only girl here while it's breaking up.
Oh my god.
Standing on a dock in Southampton, trying to get from Holland to France. The man in the Mac said, "You gotta go back." Will. You know, he didn't even give us a no place in the budget for the rest of this song. All right. That was the song, "The Battle of John and Yoko," which is a group called the Crickets, of course,
Crickets.
And they are of course from
they're from
Liver Park,
Southampton, England.
England.
All right.
Anyway,
so on to Best Actress. Will.
Best actress is Viola Davis for Black Bottom. Andrew Day, the United States versus Billie Holiday as Billie Holiday. Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman. Frances McDormand, Nomad, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Women as Cassandra Cassie Thomas, and this is NPR.
Okay. I'm still gonna go for Viola Davis.
Oh.
Thank you. Laurie, what are your thoughts?
The award at the Golden Globes.
Viola Davis, 100%.
Edgar.
Hands down.
just like he's really good.
I'm good. My thoughts is like I'm thinking Viola Davis gonna win, but I also have a feeling I think they're actually gonna give it to Frances McDormand.
Astounding. I am actually going to go with Andra Day for the United States versus Billie Holiday. I just feel that the story is quite good. The acting was wonderful, and I feel that the Academy will recognize Andra Day's performance as being top tier, which is not to put down the other nominees. I think that sufficiently shows my position on the subject, and I'm sorry for yelling. Should we move on to
yes,
Best Actor?
Best Actor. God damn it.
And the nominees for Best Actor are Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. GOAT. I can't do that anymore. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do the whole thing like that. I astounded myself at my own stupidity. Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Anthony Hopkins in The Father. Gary Oldman in Mank. And Stephen Yeun in Minari. Thoughts?
I think.
What did you say? I think I'm still processing if I heard that right.
Pardon?
No. I'm going with Chadwick Boseman here.
What I had said was Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. GOAT, which is greatest of all time, as the young kids are saying these days, right?
Oh no!
That's what I thought you said.
Well, listen, he passed away, and it was sad, and he was the greatest of all time. So R.I.P. GOAT, right? Is that not the hip cool thing to do?
I mean, that's what. I mean, everyone. Like, yeah, a lot of people online do that. Oh my god, I think you broke Laurie.
I can't tell if she's laughing or crying. I honestly can't. Okay. I thought I was being hip. Okay.
Well, technically, you were being hip because people do say that online.
See, people say that online. Oh, but when like when a slightly over the hill person is like, oh, R.I.P. GOAT. Now it's funny. Okay, well, fine. You know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna say Chadwick Boseman wins it because R.I.P. GOAT. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. All right. Robin, your thoughts?
It's going to be Chadwick Boseman, and I'm going to vote for him. But I also want Gary Oldman to win.
Yeah, I'm going for Chadwick Boseman as well, because that man, he gonna win it.
Laurie, thoughts? And we're out of time. To NPR's My Thoughts of Your Thoughts. We will be back next week for Your Thoughts of My Thoughts on a Tuesday afternoon. We will, of course, have...
I think she said Chadwick Boseman is her pick. Yes.
Okay, Chadwick Boseman. And we
I'm
have
afraid to say it because I'm afraid I'm just now calming down from the laugh.
We'll move on then.
Yes.
To Best Director.
And we have directors. They're the best that we have. We have Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. We have Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. We have David Fincher for Mank. Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round. And Chloe Zhao for Nomadland.
What's interesting about Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, that one's also nominated for Best International Film.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
which we will not be covering. We will not be covering any international films. Not on this podcast, not ever.
Oh my god. I want to say David Fincher, but it may go to Chloe Zhao because she won it at the
Golden Globes.
You know what? I'm going to still stick with David Fincher for Mank. I really, really loved Mank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Mank is still my vote, but I just feel like it's going to go to Nomadland.
I don't know why, but I don't think so. Because I know she won it for Golden Globes, but I'm gonna go with my gut again. My gut's telling me I don't think she's gonna win this one. It might be wrong. My gut might be stupid right now, but probably is. But I mean, I think I'm gonna actually give it to Mank, to David Fincher.
I know. Usually, it hasn't happened for quite a while though. Where usually when the director wins Best Director, that is usually the movie that wins Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't happen. Last year was Parasite, right?
Yeah, Parasite won last year.
So yeah, it won both Best Director and Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
because I know. Wait, who didn't? Black Klansman was the only one that won. That one won Best Original Screenplay or Adapted Screenplay.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm choosing Mank. Final answer. Will, what about you?
Okay, so he's not listed here, which I think must be a mistype because I'm choosing Martin Scorsese. Because Martin Scorsese always wins Best Director. I think he should. He's Martin Scorsese. Even though we're coming for Martin Scorsese, we're coming for Martin. For him. We're going to take his title of second best eyebrows in the business. Because as we know, he has the second best eyebrows right after Eugene Levy, and we're coming for Martin Scorsese. But Martin Scorsese is going to win Best Director, and I'll tell you why. He made a documentary in 2020 that was released January 8th of 2021, and he should win. I haven't seen the documentary. I just know Martin Scorsese is. I didn't laugh at your comments. I didn't laugh at your comments, Robin. You're being rude. You're being rude. Robin, you're being rude. Okay. I haven't seen this film that Martin Scorsese has directed. I don't know the name of this film. It is in front of me, but I do not know it. And it is apparently good. And so I believe Martin Scorsese will win Best Director, even though he was not nominated. I am putting that on the record, and it is officially my view for this 93rd Oscars.
Ooh.
There. Edgar?
I said I'm choosing Mank because I know No Man Lad won for the Golden Globes, but I don't think that mainly means she'll win for the Oscar. But who knows? My gut's telling me to go for the Mank.
So we have several people for Mank, and
yes,
I'm alone for Martin Scorsese. Okay, well, I believe Martin Scorsese will win, but I think y'all are going to have egg on your face after this. Well, now, it appears that we're down to Best Picture. And the nominees for Best Picture are... can we get a drum roll or something? And the nominees are... Okay, enough with the drum roll. The nominees are The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Women, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Okay. Who would like to go? Edgar, you go first.
I don't think it's gonna be Mank. Might be. I don't think it's gonna be No Man Lad. But my gut's saying What are you telling me, Mr. Gut? Okay, gotcha. Me and my gut are gonna go for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Okay. Will, what about you?
Well, I think the Trial of Chicago 7 is a great movie.
Mhm.
It's a movie I've seen, which helps. I've heard good things about Judas and the Black Messiah. But I've seen Mank, and the question is Mank better than the Trial of the Chicago 7? Do I think that Mank is going to win the Oscar over the Trial of the Chicago 7? Could Mank win? Yes, it could. I think Mank is going to win.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Mank, and I'll tell you why. Reasons.
Yes.
Reasons.
Oh, that's some very good reasons. I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty good reasons.
Laurie, what about you?
Is she alive?
Hold on. I'm gonna do Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh,
Excuse.
wow.
Excuse.
Sorry. I don't know what's happened to your voice, but
Laurie, did you take another bottle of beer of Robin's?
I had to go pick up I had to leave and go pick up my daughter. But my pick is Trial of the Chicago 7. That's my pick.
okay. Well,
This is a really bad impression of Laurie's voice.
very,
Yeah, very bad.
very bad.
I could be Dan Levy. Oh my god. This is
Oh, then I can be Dan Levy's sister in the show. David, David, why are you yelling so much? I'm Morero. Don't touch my wigs. They're delicate. The names are Beatrice and Potter.
But yeah, Laurie told me when she was leaving that her pick is Trial of the Chicago 7 for Best Picture. My pick is Mank. I really like Trial of the Chicago 7, but I think it's going to go to Mank. One of it being is that it's just I think it's just the better film of all of them. And it's a movie about the industry. Typically, those are very big with the Academy. But I wouldn't be mad if it goes to Judas, goes to Trial. I'll be a bit mad with Nomadland. I don't know why. That one will irk me for some reason. But yeah, that's my pick. Is Mank, and that's Laurie's pick. Is Trial of Chicago 7. So that does it for the 6. If does anybody have any ones that they want to point out that they would want to talk about?
I mean, we already know who's gonna win Best Animated Feature. It's gonna go to Soul.
So then why talk about it? But
well, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just saying that's the obvious one that I know it's gonna win.
Yeah. I want to talk about original score because I know like a lot of people say that it's gonna be Soul, and it's like I wouldn't be mad if it's Soul because then Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross get another Academy Award, but I want Meg to win. I just think that just is a better soundtrack, in my opinion.
Yeah. But who knows? They might win the award. They might win the Oscar for Soul, or they'll win the Oscar for Mank.
Hey, shout out to Soviet Molotov, another buddy of mine I met on the lines on Twitch here. So hey, he's in the chat. Hi, Soviet Molotov.
Shalom. Hello.
But that fuck, that was anticlimactic. I'm sorry. Let's see. And that's the Oscars, ladies and gentlemen. Edgar, we can fix this in post. And those are our choices for the nominees. I think that's it, right? We're not going to go into any of the other ones, please, right? No.
No.
Okay, good.
Those are the only important ones we need.
Yeah, I usually, and as everybody knows, I'm sure by now, I usually don't really care about award shows. I mean, it's fun. I love the pageantry and the outfits, and every man wears the same tuxedo, so it's fine. Anyway,
I think for me, I just like it because you get there. It's just that recognition for certain movies, and yeah, there's a lot of controversy with the Academy because of like, in terms of controversy, is like, do they choose a lot of black actors and black movies and all that stuff? And I remember that was like a big deal when Chris Rock was hosting a while ago. Do you remember, Edgar?
I don't. I know he was the host in the Oscar.
It was like this whole thing where like Will Smith wasn't nominated or something like that. And it wasn't just him. It was like other movies that were really better films, but a lot of them have like predominantly like black casts and all that stuff. And they just didn't get picked. And a lot of people say that it had to do because like the Academy is filled with a bunch of old white men that it's that has something to probably do with it a bit. And yeah, it does. It definitely does.
We're coming for you, Hollywood elite old white dudes of the Academy.
Exactly.
We'll get to you before you go to your grave.
God damn it.
But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't done yet. We got one more segment. And that segment is the Untitled Segment Idea. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play the intro, which is a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. The Untitled Segment Idea. And of course, let's start with you, Mr. Will from South Texas.
No, let's not start with Will, because I'm a hateful person, and fuck Will.
Whoa!
I will take over. It is my turn.
Whoa!
So I will flip the tables on you, Edgar. What is the most recent movie you have watched or have played a game?
Whoa! Tables have turned.
Yes.
What have I recently been doing? Well, I will tell you. I have recently been playing, because I just bought the game yesterday. I know, right, Rico? It's like, whoa. It's like all the brakes, bro. Turns have tabled.
So, Edgar.
So, yeah, I recently bought a game for the PS4. A small little known game as God of War 3 Remastered for the PlayStation 4. And I wanted to play it again because I haven't played it since it was first released. Because I remember playing it back in Mexico. Because fun fact about me, I know a lot of people were like, oh, their first M-rated video game they played was like Grand Theft Auto or something like that. For me, it was God of War. And I've always had I'm a big fan of the God of War series. I love playing them, and I'm like, you know what? I want to play the third one. I know the third one's on the PS4. It's a shame they don't have the trilogy on the PS4. I really hope they bring the trilogy to the PS5. That would be fucking amazing. But I'm playing through God of War 3. And yeah, it's a pretty good game. The combat's fucking fun as it was back in the day for me. And I'm excited to continue playing. Right now, I'm on the section where It's like in the beginning because I just started playing it this morning, and it's in the beginning, and I'm in the underworld where Hades is, so I'm trying to go and kill Hades. So I'm still like in that section there. So yeah, I've been playing some God of War 3. So that's what I've been doing. Now, Mr. Robin.
Yes. Now it's me. Because I was the
get
one
that
who
demon
took over.
out of you.
It is my turn because I was the one who took over and turned the tables on Edgar. Because Edgar
my
thought
God.
he'd ask Will first, but I said no. I said
No.
I am a hateful person, and I say because I'm a hateful person, fuck Will. It is Edgar's time to
Put
go
those fighting
first.
words, Robin! Put the fighting words!
We're not
I'll
breaking.
drive down there right now! I swear I will! You've done insulted Pabst beer. You've done insulted me. And if I'm not corrected, I believe one time you questioned my beliefs of Chinese food. It is on like Donkey Kong, sir. I'm driving down there right now.
Oh my god.
I'm Michael Winslowing this shit. I'm making all the sound effects myself.
Oh my god, Will, what the fuck are you doing? Ah! 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 Oh god!
Anyway, hey Robin, what have you recently played, watched, read, etc., etc., etc.?
Well, I've been playing this game called Steep, and it's a snowboarding and skiing game.
Is it fun?
And it's very fun and very mellow, especially when you get high, which we don't condone. But
No, we don't.
But like, god damn it!
You enjoy yourself. It's a good time. It's relaxing.
Yeah, yes.
Well, that's
very
pretty
relaxing.
good. Pretty good. Yes.
Will, what about you?
Recently I've decided Pistol Whip. I've decided that Pistol Whip Robin. I've decided
God.
that bam!
Ow! Fucking hell! Why didn't I feel it those first two times? You've just
Well-
been slapping me that I got numb in my head, Will.
Well, you know, sometimes when we're doing a bit, we forget things. Anyway, we don't condone violence here on the Grand Slam, and all of this has been in jest because we don't want Business Daddy Bezos to yell at us. Okay. Recently I have been playing a little bit. I've been kind of shifting around games. I've been kind of restless, guys. I'm kind of restless with my games. Like, I'll play a little bit of a game and I don't know if I want to play this anymore, at least right now. But I've been playing a little bit of Red Dead online, and I've been playing with some friends with that, and that's been fun. And honestly, kind of doing not story stuff, just like going out and hunting animals in the game, and you sell them, and I don't know, it's just very relaxing. Looking for deer on the plains and running around the forests and running your horse seemingly into trees every damn time because your horse doesn't go left when you want it to, and it's relaxing. But that's been doing a lot of that. And it's been fun. But yeah, other than that though, I've been a little bit shifting over with different games. I'm thinking about giving Fallout 76 another try. There was the update for it some time ago with the Brotherhood of Steel, I believe, and I don't know. I've been thinking about it. So if any of y'all out there play Fallout 76 and want to, aimlessly wander the wastelands with Will from South Texas, let us know in the Discord, and maybe we can do some things. But yeah, well, that's kind of what I've been up to. We got Edgar, we got Robin, we got hateful Robin, we got me, Edgar.
Yeah. I That's I guess since we all did the Untitled segment idea, I guess that's a good way to end the show. Of course,
It is tradition.
tradition, but of course,
Different movie set completely. Anyway, he goes to America, and I'm just kidding.
God damn it.
but of course, guys, before we go, make sure to give us a follow on Twitch. Tell everyone, tell the world, tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody that to follow us on the Grand Slam. We're real close to getting 50 followers, so we can be affiliated, and we'll make sure to stream Minecraft Hardcore mode live.
We need like 4 more people to follow us. Okay, 4. There's 7 of you in the chat. One of you's got a friend. Okay, tell that friend. Follow us on Twitch. You know what? Here's the thing. They don't even have to watch us. We would prefer if they do, but they don't even have to watch us, all right? We just need 4 bodies to fill out the seats so that we can take it to Business Daddy Bezos and go, please, sir, may we have a crumb of employment with you? Please, we want to be able to get the Twitch subscribers so that we can get $3 in the mail for every once in a while. Please, sir, I want to play the Minecraft in the hardcore mode. The viewers, they demand it. I want to do it. We got to get it done. All right. Help us, help you, help us. Yeah.
And of course, if you weren't able to catch the stream today, you could go and in a couple of days you could go watch us on YouTube, or you could listen to us on Spotify. We got previous episodes on our YouTube and on the Spotify. And of course, give us a subscribe there and a follow on the Spotify. Also, if you are not on the Discord but you want to be part of our community, join the Discord. We have a voting poll right now about like what kind of episode we should be doing, specifically right there. So, and with all that said, we're gonna head out. We're gonna go get some stuff. Some of us are gonna go eat. Some of us are gonna go sleep. Some of us are just gonna watch something real quick and all that stuff. And without further ado,
I'm driving down to Robin's house right now.
He's coming back.
I forgot that I only whooped one of your ass cheeks. I gotta whoop the other.
Oh my God, he's got an iron. He's squirting me with the fucking water.
Wait. And with that, everybody, we're gonna end it off right there. And goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.
Oh God.
Bye.